How do you get and hold attention in today's attention deficit disorder economy that we have? With social media, everyone's saying, hey, look at my stuff, watch my YouTube channel, listen to my podcast and all that. How do you stand out from that crowd? How do you get the views on your YouTube channel and more downloads on your podcast and consumption of your content? And you can't think the way I did for a long time that, hey, I'll just produce something that'll be really, really good. It'll be a great podcast and I'll pass it along and everyone then will pass it along to their friends and contacts. Well, that does not work. So in this episode, what we're going to talk with you about is how you can get the attention that people are looking for, how you can get that help, and how you can do it here on this episode of Agorapreneurs.
Welcome to Agorapreneurs, standing for liberty and freedom, all done peacefully. Now, here is your guide, Terry Brock.
Hi, I'm Terry Brock, where we talk about the Agora lifestyle, the Agorapreneurs. And what that means is from entrepreneurs, and it's the Agora lifestyle, which is a live and let live philosophy. Think about that. Living your life the way you want. Don't harm others. Don't hit them over the head. Don't take their stuff. That's what it's all about. And we do that in an entrepreneurial sense so that you're going to be able to get out there and achieve the kind of goals that you want, the kind of things that are most important to you. You want to make sure that you get that social media attention that's available out there. But how do you do it? What do you do to get that? Well, you're going to need to do a lot more than just say, well, I'll produce it, because that doesn't work. That's baloney. It won't work. It never really did before. We can have a glossy-eyed, creative idea of, oh, it's the way it is, but that's artificial. That's not the way it really was in the past either. You have to create content that is dazzling and relevant. And here's a key: that solves a real-world problem that your audience is having. You've got to be ruthless on yourself and think about what your audience is going through. What pain are they experiencing right now? And that means you want to reach out and find creative ways to build your audience. Well, here's a few that have come up and I think can help you. One of them is connect with other creators and share with them. Consider the idea, here's something to think about, of an ad swap. You advertise on their YouTube channel and they do the same for you. Now, you might do that for free. Just say, hey, I'm going to talk about you for 30 to 60 seconds. Give me a little script and I'll read it or something like that. That might be the best thing to do, because then as your audience gets to know you and they bond with you, they're going to be more trusting of what you have to say. And so you want to use something like that. That could be real helpful. Start using that swap. Also, you want to use tools that are out there like Meet Edgar, CoScheduler, Agora Pulse. One I'm using is called fanbooster. I just did a live stream where I talked about using fanbooster and how you can use that to schedule posts to go out repeatedly and then track which ones are working, which ones are not. I'm really enjoying using this, and I got a lot more to learn. So if you, by the way, if you're using fanbooster and want to give me some ideas, hey, I'd love to hear from you and get some ideas from you on what to do and how to do it more effectively, because we're all learning as we go in this thing. Another thing you want to do is you really want to know the nature of social media. Know what you need to do to get your message out. I'm using tools like, right now, I'm using Ecamm and I use Camtasia to send it out there and be able to adjust and get a lot done. Matter of fact, on the road right now and having to adjust and adapt a little bit because I'm not in Orlando, actually outside in the suburbs of Atlanta, working with Gina on a major project she's working on. And so you've got to be able to adapt and adjust as you create your content. Get the tools that can help you, like those schedulers. I like fanbooster, and you can use that in a marvelous way to send your posts out so that more people are going to see it that way. And don't live in a place of a manufactured memory of what you think it would be like, and you believe some foggy imagination of what you thought it was then. Hey, to be successful in social media, sometimes you need to advertise. You got to tell people about it. It's not a fantasy of, I'll put out the content and then they will come. Build it and they will come. That doesn't work that way. You see, everyone today, it seems like everyone's got a podcast. They got a YouTube channel. They want you to consume that. They want you to go over and see it. And really, if you're like me, and I know I sure am, and then you're going to find that what happens is you will have so much good content, you can't watch even all that. So how do you stand out? Well, that's really difficult. We get it. You have to do something that's going to be much different, and you've got to provide more value all the time, compelling value that your audience, that's the key, what the audience is looking for. Get rid of talking about yourself. So many people sit back and they just talk about themselves all the time. You ever see that? I call these people the people that have eye trouble. You've heard me talk about this before. Now, I don't mean EYE, eye trouble. I mean the letter I. I did this. I did that. Oh, I did this. Let me tell you what I did. You mention anything about something, and then they talk about that. I remember talking to someone a while back, and we were at a coffee shop in Orlando, and she was there talking. I just met her at a meeting like a week or two ago, and I was talking to her, and she went on and on and on and on and on, talking about herself for like 45 minutes and everything. And then she said, "Oh, well, I've been doing all the talking. How about you? What are you doing?" And I said, "Oh, well, I'm getting ready this week. I'm going to leave for Los Angeles where I'll do a program." And I started talking about that. She interrupted me and started talking about when she was in Los Angeles. It was there. So there's people like that. You want to stay away from them. They have eye trouble, and stay away from that. I often say what you want to do is say the word you more and talk about other areas that are related to them. 7 U's before you get to 1 I. Think about that. Just try that just as an experiment, see how it's going to do it. Now, another thing you can do to get more views and get more attention is you better go more pro. Have better production value in your case and what you're doing, better production content. It's got to look better. You need more B-roll, you need more graphics, more noise and sound, things like that, that's artfully and professionally done. And so you got to get away from just the one person talking on the camera. Now, there is a place for that, and there are very successful podcasts that do that. They have one person or maybe 2 people, and all they do is talk. Well, sometimes you can do that if you've got enough really good content. But you combine good content with B-roll, with graphics, with lower third captions, some music bumpers, and other things like that that'll grab attention. Can really help a lot. Now, here's another tip. It's really important. I found this is so true with me. Produce a lot of content. Once a week is nice, but if you're going to do it really well, you're going to need to do that for more than one time a week and for more than just a couple of reasons. Here's one. One, it's going to increase your exposure in a busy, content overflowing world. The second one, and this is even more important, is that the more video you produce, the more podcasts you crank out, and the more content that you generate in general, you make available to the world, the better you're going to get at creating it. You'll learn what to do, what not to do, how to set, how to do this, how to use the mic. Matter of fact, notice what I'm doing right here. Here, I'm going to show you behind the scenes. I brought my little microphone here, my Raspberry microphone from Yeti. Or not from Yeti, from Blue microphones. This is one they don't make anymore. They gave it to me a while back, and they're now using the Nano Yeti, which is really good. But you notice I have this with me, and I've learned from being on the road before, it's good to bring that so I get better quality production when I'm using the external microphone. And here's another key that's going to be important. Get a coach or advisor, someone who can give you feedback. Just you producing your own content and thinking, oh, it's going to be fine, isn't going to do it. What you want is you want to get feedback from someone else. One of the things I'm doing right now, I have hired a coach over in Bulgaria, and we're talking with this person, working with him, letting him see my videos and getting constructive feedback, supportive feedback. He's there to help me and do that. I'm thinking of getting some other folks as well, just so I can get some other opinions. Think about how you could do that. Go over to Upwork, over to Fiverr, find people that know the area that you're talking about really well, and they can give you feedback. Some people that understand video real well. Be good to have them give you some feedback and get some help that way as well. Hey, what do you think? I'd love to hear from you. Love to get some information on what you think about that and how all this can come together. You can reach me, Terry@terrybrock.com. I would love to hear from you, and if we can help you out, do that. Matter of fact, we do a lot of coaching and helping people with their specific areas of need, making that available to people at a very reasonable price. So let me know if something like that could be of use to you, and we can help you on that. And also, while you're watching, wherever you're catching this, please subscribe and let people know that you are reading this, you're watching it, you're listening to it, and you'll be able to benefit from it that way. And we get a chance to spread this important message of live and let live for life to the world. I'm Terry Brock, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much for joining us today here on Agorapreneurs. We're all about your freedom, liberty, and being the entrepreneur that you are, reaching out to achieve the goals that you want. Whether you're an entrepreneur on your own or maybe operating within another enterprise or organization, whether you're a solopreneur or part of a much larger enterprise, we are here for you to help you get the skills and the technology, the right thinking of mind, right frame of mind, how to increase your connections, building those relationships in business that matter. Don't forget, we've got the 5K program, help you in creating content, no charge to you. You go over and you can look at that at terrybrock.com/5K. Notice the K is lowercase, and you'll be able to get that information, no charge, and you'll also be able to sign up for the newsletter that we send out, the Agorapreneurs Power Report, so you stay right up to date on what's going on. And if you need to reach me, my email is best way to get in touch with me, terry@terrybrock.com. Hey, thanks for being with me today. I'm looking forward to hearing from you.